What's up, people of the world? It's me again, Alex Swimmer, aka AP3 Jumped, and welcome to a very, very belated Loud House episode review. I am very sorry for having this month's episodes be delayed. I'm terribly sorry about that because I've had to push these videos back for the multi-milestone marathon, the 7-year anniversary special / 400th video / 100th vlog. I had to push everything. I had to push everything back just for that video, and because I actually uploaded on the actual day of the anniversary for the first time, February 18th. But I am back. Thankfully, I am back, and I'm out here in a different location. I'm going to be filming in some more unique locations for these episode reviews because these locations I'm filming in are very fitting. Today I am reviewing the first episode for February, entitled White Hare. Now, there's all kinds of great things I can say about this episode. I'm just going to be straight up. I give it a 10 out of 10. And now I'm going to talk about everything else that I can talk about. I'm going to give you whatever. I'm gonna be like Andre Meadows. I'm gonna give you the good, the bad, if there is anything bad to talk about, and the nerdy, like random fun facts I can say. So yeah, let's get started. I picked a really weird spot because I'm in the street and I'm sitting at a park. I thought sitting at a park would be perfect for reviewing this episode. Because, yeah, well, where should I start? I guess I'll start with what's off the top of my head and just go from there. Because I don't have anything written down, so I never do for these reviews, but let's tell you what I loved about it. Spoiler alert, by the way. So, yes, this episode actually puts the original unused concept for the Loud House into fruition, where Lincoln was originally going to be a bunny rabbit named Warren with 25 sisters instead of just the 10 that we know today. And actually, this isn't the first franchise to have a cast of characters cut by an exponential amount. But Inside Out actually had a similar situation, where there were, instead of 5 emotions, there were originally going to be either 50 or 100 emotions, and obviously that was way too much to have as a main cast, so they narrowed it down way down to 5. First they narrowed it down to 25, coincidentally enough, and then they narrowed it down to just 5 emotions that we know today: joy, sadness, anger, disgust, and fear. The exact same thing happened with the Loud House. And they really do apply the original unused concepts in full force. Not only are the bunny sisters present, but also Clyde was originally going to be a beaver named Danny. So yeah, Clyde is a beaver in this episode named Danny. It's really awesome. That was really awesome to see. For some reason, I totally forgot he was a beaver until I saw him on screen. Like, oh shit, yeah, Clyde was a beaver. I totally forgot about that. So yeah, Danny, like Beaver Clyde or Danny, just like regular Clyde, he has a crush on one of the bunny sisters. Not Lori's counterpart, but a different bunny character entirely. And I gotta say, the bunny counterparts for the original main 11 are their designs are really neat. It's really awesome to see them in their original form, and all of the extra sisters, all of the extra 15 all of the extra unused 15 sisters are really neat too, and they're all just a lot of fun. All of them have speaking roles. Every single last one of them do. So yeah, I don't remember all of their names actually. The only ones that stand out to me are Lucy's bunny version is named Bella, just like my little sister Isabella. So yeah, that obviously stands out to me for the reason I just said. I remember some of the other names, but I don't remember which names belong to which bunny characters. Some names include like Bertha, Beatrice, Beth, Bernadette. There's so many B names, because yeah, the lads were originally going to have B names, just because of the fact that they were bunnies, and just the Powerpuff Girls have B names as well. Just thought I'd throw that out there. So yeah, some of the voice actors who voiced the main sisters, you know, the original 10, voiced some of the extra ones, and we even get a couple of new voice actors for the new extra bunny sisters. And like I said, I definitely like the new bunny sisters, because they have interesting like archetypes. One of them is based off Sleepy from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and let's see, one of them has an outfit that Lori wore in No Guts, No Glory. It's the exact same outfit. And there's no one who's an artist. There's another one who only speaks through text. And I'm not going to name all of them off the top of my head, but one thing I do want to mention is that it is good that the amount of characters that are in the show were narrowed down from 25 to 15. I mean, from 25 to 11, because having that many characters, having that large of a cast for a TV show would just not work. It would take absolutely forever for any kind of character development to even happen with 26 freaking characters. So yeah, and yeah, at the end, while I did enjoy seeing the unused extra 15 bunny sisters, I am glad. At the end of the day, I am very glad that the cast was narrowed down from 26 to 11, because that is just enough. that barely reaches to the point where it's too many characters, you know. But yeah, I'm sure y'all have heard that since the show came out. This is one of the only PG shows that has, I have a rubber man. This is one of the only PG shows that has a large cast of characters, that has an ensemble cast. The only other like TV shows in general that I can think, because like I said, not too many PG shows. This is one of the only PG shows that have an ensemble cast. Most other ones are like PG-13 to R-rated shows. The only other ones I can think of are Modern Family, Full House, and Fuller House by extension, and The Walking Dead. Now, movies obviously are able to have ensemble casts, but TV shows, it doesn't matter how old you are. If you're a kid, obviously it'd be overwhelming to have an ensemble cast for kids, for a show to have kids as their target audience, but it's not as intimidating with adults. That is why you see. That's exactly why you see like more like, you know, teen rated to adult shows to have ensemble casts, because the truth of the matter is that adults can handle that sort of thing. It's not quite as overwhelming for adults, because adults such as myself are able to absorb a lot of stuff like that more easily. Sometimes it can be overwhelming, sometimes, but in the grand scheme of things, it really just isn't. Sorry I went off on that tangent, but I felt like that was appropriate for me to talk about in this review, because I figured I'd give a little more insight on how large casts can and should be for a TV show. Now, to wrap all this up in a nutshell, it's always cool to see a franchise to explore its unused roots, like especially for this. Like, I've honestly been wondering and kind of sort of predicting what if they're going to do an episode like this. I I was always kind of hoping that they would do an episode like this, and sure enough, they did. And showing all that off, the original concepts and all of it, just really paid off, and was just it was just cool as shit to see that whole aspect. Now that's only half of what the episode is about for me. That's only half of why the episode is good. Mostly. The other part of it is of why I love the episode so much is that the moral in the end, or what happens in the end, because that's a bus, whatever. Now, just to reiterate the plot, Lincoln is trying to impress a new girl, and Warren was too. He's trying to impress this new brown-colored bunny who kind of makes me think of like the Nesquik bunny now that I think about it. But yeah, Lincoln dressing up like the actual Lincoln. He's trying to dress up like Fonzie and whatnot from Happy Days to impress this new girl. And then earlier in the episode, his sisters are trying to help him out, but he keeps interrupting every single last one of them because, well, he points out the fact that the last time they tried to help him out in his love life, that he got a black eye, which actually marks the very first time that we get a flashback to a previous episode. So yeah, just throw that out there. And then by the end, Lincoln goes to first off, he sees the real bunnies that he sees. He sees the real sister bunnies that he sees helping out his only brother for in his love life. And then that's when Lincoln realizes that he needs to go back to talk to his sisters. And then what happens is the sweetest, it's really cold out here. What happens at the end is got to be the sweetest scene, and definitely my most favorite scene in the entire series so far for me, because this is the kind of stuff I've been hoping for season 3, like the comforting, the comforting aspect of the show. Have that be more evolved this season. And the sisters remind Lincoln of how great he really is, and the fact that he shouldn't try to change himself just to impress some new girl. They just tried to tell them, just be yourself. And each of the sisters, one by one, tell them something great about him, and which in turn is a quality that each of his sisters has. And as it turns out, Lincoln exemplifies the best out of all of his sisters. And then by the end, Lily says, "You're Lincoln Wild," and that was, I swear to God, that was like the sweetest fucking thing I've ever seen. Like I said, that whole scene is my favorite scene in the entire series so far because of how sweet it is, because of how sweet and meaningful it is. Sure, it might be corny to some people, but I don't give a shit if the fact if it's corny. I don't think it's corny. I just don't. I think it's honestly really, really sweet moments, like I said, and a definitely worthwhile moment. Something I've been just clamoring for in the series, and I'm hoping we'll definitely see more stuff like that throughout the rest of the season and the rest of the series overall. Now, at the end, we don't see the new girl's face, so yeah, we have no idea who this new girl is or what she looks like, although apparently her name is Stella, I guess. I don't know. Apparently, that was confirmed on Twitter. I don't know. I'll have to get more information on that, because there's an episode in this season entitled "Be Stella My Heart." So we'll just have to wait and see. Maybe we'll finally see her face later on. Excuse me. But yeah, that is my review for the episode. I absolutely love it. It's definitely one of my favorite episodes of the season. Definitely my favorite episode of the season, and one of my favorites of the entire series. So, because it's definitely like among the top 5. So, yes. I hope you enjoyed this review, and let me know what you thought of the episode down in the comment section below. If I got way too off topic for you, then I deeply apologize. I'm trying to work on that. I'm trying to work on that for future reviews, so I don't ramble as much. And if I do ramble, it will be strictly for elaboration on what I'm currently talking about. So yeah, if you like this video, then don't forget to subscribe. Be sure to stay tuned for the next GLaDOS episode review, which actually be uploaded later today. Instagram. Be looking forward to that. And tomorrow I'll be uploading the last 2 episodes, Sea Slickers and Fool Me Twice. But yeah, I'm Alex Warmer, aka B3 Jumped. Thank you so much for watching until the end. That's it for me, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.